I guess, beginning of a kind of a challenge to myself, uh, to just kind of be here, present myself once every day, and just speak about whatever I'm experiencing, uh, what the flow is like. I'm here at Willow, which is, it's rural, not wild, but rural, and lots of patches of, lots of hills, and amongst the hills, whole stretches of trees and growth that's pretty much been left alone. Can't call it old growth, but what's so wonderful about being here is sinking into the naturalness of it, especially when, I'm so blessed. I don't have a job to worry about. Just got through this long, grueling period of like refinancing. And so I'm breathing a sigh of relief that there's none of that pressure there. And so it's time for me to turn back to finishing this novel, which has been a long, drawn out process. One of my biggest embarrassments about my life, is I've been saying I want to be a writer since I was like 15 years old. And what have I produced? Nothing. It's so ridiculous that I haven't. I hope to, if my dreams are fulfilled, I'll be a first time novelist at 72 or 73, because I'm 72 now. And one of my challenges is resisting flow. I get to being critical, self-conscious, and I step outside of the flow of things. And what's so beautiful about being away from the city, which is my natural environment, is to be around so much life, and so much life just acting out and showing up in all sorts of ways. This tree here, when we moved here, when we got this place 14 years ago, it was like 6 feet tall maybe, and now it's like 50 feet tall. There's a patch of gravel I was shoveling today, to get more into the driveway, which has gotten a little bit muddy, and got the gravel a few years ago, and it's been sitting for, since I used what I needed to use, put in a little beach down there, the drive. There was a good bit of it left, and so it's been sitting there. So when I go to take some of this for the driveway, there's so much growth that is happening there among these stones. There are smaller stones, and these whole networks of tendrils of these roots. And so I'm destroying this network, yes, but everything that moves here, every time you move, you're stepping on something, you're messing with some, you're stepping into some creature's sphere. And you see these creatures, they're eating the growth, they're eating each other. The insects are catching, the spiders are catching other bugs. There's a hawk here that dives and snatches fish. There are all these little rodents crawling in and out of everything. Our cats, they catch creatures. One of them like ate a whole chipmunk a while ago. Anyway, in the world I live in as a human being, life is so sacrosanct. There's this whole thing about how we're killing lobsters and should they, are they feeling pain? And yeah, I'm with that. I'm not dismissing that. I'm just saying that when we get so conscious of how everything else is living and not interfering, we interfere with how we're living. We don't flow anymore. We don't do what's natural anymore. Are there reasons to curb what comes natural? Yeah, of course. How many, anyway, how much violence would I've committed in my life if there were no social, intellectual, moral structures I live in to make me consider, first of all, the experience of the other person? Would I have had some of that anyway, being natural? Of course. But, I digress. But this is part of the issue, this constant digressing, having an impulse and just, thinking about it and then thinking about it. Am I advocating for all that to go away? Of course not. But I want to flow more. And being here encourages me to flow more. These novels that, I have a couple of novels I've been working on for multiple years. And they have beauty in them. They sing in places. I know because it's me doing the singing. But I get so caught up in, this circumstance and this relationship and this character's background and does this plot idea work and da 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 da. So part of this challenge is to come and present myself and speak and share and just be a little bit open every day. The other piece, get the damn novel done. Just get it done. Don't quibble so much. Don't worry so much about this and that and the other. Just do the damn thing. Don't let another year, don't let all these years keep flowing by. Have this accomplished. So I hope some of y'all will come along and be here with me. Hey, Koodles. This is the most lovingest cat in the universe. Of course, I'm sure many people say that about their creature. That's enough babbling for now. Bye, folks. I'll be here tomorrow.